You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. For the first time since 2014, NHL players are back in the Olympics. Things started this Wednesday with the first games. On February 17th, they moved to single elimination playoffs. But for now, here to break down all the action is Baylee Matthews, David Gordon, Jason Hook, and Andrew Garofalo. On Wednesday, 4 teams got their time on the ice. David, walk me through how they opened the tournament.
Oh, I'd love to, Coop. Started off, final score Slovakia over Finland 4-1. Shots on goal, Slovakia had 25 to the Finland's 40. Saves went in favor of Slovakia 32 to Finland's 21. And they both equally had 4 penalty minutes. Next, we had Sweden and Italy, and Sweden got the victory 5-2. Sweden had 60 shots on goal to Italy's 22. Sweden had 20 saves, and Italy had 55, and Sweden had 2 penalty minutes, and so did Italy as well.
David, I'll keep it with you. What surprised you the most in these games?
I'm going to be honest, it's just no close games. You know, no one or two goal games. You know, honestly, I think because the players were probably, rusty, first game jitters, whatever it may be, and there honestly just wasn't a lot of juice, And when close games, when there's a lot of blowouts, it's just not interesting. But honestly, I'm just hoping, the next few rounds have some juice to it, and the more the rounds go, the better the games get.
Andrew Garofalo, what caught your attention from these games?
Well, I'll tell you who didn't have first game jitters, Damian Clara. I think I speak for everyone when I say he was amazing. 46 saves on 49 shots through really 2.5 periods because unfortunately he got injured on a great breakaway save. And I think not for him, he kept that game close for so long. And if he doesn't get himself a promotion after the Olympics, I don't know what will.
Baylee?
I think Slovakia is what surprised me most. I really did not expect them to come out swinging the way that they did. They're an underdog. They only have 7 NHL players, but I failed to consider the fact that they have the most Olympic experience out of all these teams. They have 10 players that won bronze in 2022 at Beijing. And then, they also have the MVP of that tournament, who then became the #1 pick in the 2022 NHL draft. Forgive me if I mispronounce the name, but it's Slavkovsky. And, Slovakia really opened the Olympics by proving that it's not about what league you play in, but how you play.
You pronounced that name pretty well.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was correct.
Mr. Hook, finish us off.
Well, the glorious nation of Sweden ended up getting the win against Italy in a pretty big win. Italy had kept it close through those first 2 periods, and I was very surprised by that. You had Luca Friga with a very early on goal to take the 1-0 lead in the first period, and then eventually 2-1 after the first period. But Matt Bradley answers back in the opening seconds of that second period to tie it up, and Italy is not a team that I had on my radar going into the Olympics this year. And despite Sweden, the glorious nation of Sweden, getting the win in the end, Italy kept it close through those first 2 periods.
The home country keeping it close.
Yeah, shout out PewDiePie.
Yesterday we saw 4 games. Baylee, tell us how these went.
Absolutely. Let's start with not Switzerland and France, Canada and Czechia. Canada had 5 over Czechia's 0. Canada with 36 shots on goal. Czechia with 10 less, 26. Canada had 26 saves to Czechia's 31, and then Canada had 2 penalty minutes, whereas Czechia had 6. Now, moving on to Switzerland and France. Switzerland had 4 to France's 0. Swiss had 43 shots on goal to France's almost 30 at 27. Switzerland had 27 saves. France had almost 40, which is absolutely insane. And then penalty minutes, Switzerland had 8 and France had 10.
Baylee, I'll keep it with you. Canada and Switzerland are in the top 5 choices to win it all, but who do you think is capitalizing on the momentum the best?
Okay, maybe I'm biased because Switzerland's captain is captain of the Nashville Predators, Roman Josi. But, I really do think that Switzerland could create an upset here. They have won silver in the past 2 IIHF World Championships. In 2025 World Championship group stage, they had 6 wins, and their only loss was in overtime. And when you think about it, Switzerland, like this roster for all of those games has largely been the same. So these guys have so much experience playing together that I think they're coming into this with more chemistry than any other team.
David?
I got to go with, Canada. They have 25 full roster NHL players. They're a gold medal contender every year, and they got guys, Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby. They're going to be the building blocks of this team, and they're going to help this whole Canadian team have the chemistry, and they're going to be, obviously a big gold contender coming up.
Oh, Canada. I like the... Andrew, I know where you're going, but talking about your country.
Yeah, I'm going to go with David, and I'm going to say Canada. I think they're so dominant for a reason, and I think all they really need to win is Jordan Binnington to perform. And last year in the Four Nations Faceoff, he was phenomenal. And so far this year in the Olympics, shutout over Czechia. So I think they get it done.
Jason?
And if I can speak to the entire nation of Canada right now, I should say that I shouldn't be going with you, but I will be going with you. And the reason why I shouldn't be going with you is because you did not name Maddie Schaefer to your team this year. But that's okay, because 3 of the top 5, if not the top 3 right now, Hart Trophy favorites in Macklin Celebrini, Connor McDavid, and Nathan McKinnon are on this team. You have Jordan Binnington in goal as well. He's a 4-time face-off winner for the nation of Canada. Right now, I don't see anybody beating them.
The other 2 games on Thursday included the U.S.A.'s first appearance on the ice. Andrew, tell us how that went.
Well, it went great for the U.S.A. They beat Latvia 5-0, outshooting them 38-18, and obviously with that barrage of shots, Latvia 33 saves, the U.S. 17, and evenly matched 8 penalty minutes. And going over to Germany and Denmark, Germany takes the win 3-1, 26 shots to Denmark's 38, 37 saves to Denmark's 23, 0 penalty minutes for Germany, and 4 for Denmark.
We all remember the upset America faced during the Four Nations Faceoff. Andrew, I will go to you. How can the U.S. make the final push this time around?
I think they just need to capitalize on the plays. Last year they had so many chances to win it against Canada, but they just couldn't get that one goal. I think they get it this year, though.
Jason?
I think everybody looks to the teams like Switzerland and Canada, and they think, oh, the U.S. doesn't have a chance. Right now, they just need to dominate in group play and show that they are serious candidates for the gold.
David?
I got to go with dominating puck possession. You got to win 50-50 pucks. You got to keep it out, keep it in the opponent's zone, have multiple high pressures a game in the offensive zones, and honestly, don't force the bad passes and just be able to control the puck for all the periods. Puck possession is key when winning these key games, and the U.S.A., they did that against Latvia, and I think they can continue to do it throughout the rest of this group play.
Yeah, keeping the puck in the possession is key, and they did that. Baylee?
I think the key for America is just getting more time as this team on the ice. I mean, we saw how 21 of these guys played during the Four Nations Faceoff, and it came down to 1 goal. I mean, that's almost nothing. Like, 1 goal in the grand scheme of things is nothing. They can easily come back from that. I mean, their roster is absolutely stacked, and like I said with Switzerland, the only advantage that they really have is that that team is so well-oiled. Like, they've had so much time to get used to each other and communicate with each other effectively. I think if America would have had that before the Four Nations Face-Off, we would have won.
Yeah, if you look at the roster, they got Austin Matthews, they got Brock Nelson, they got Jack Hughes, so it's just filled with talent. So, yeah. Last but not least, the question on everybody's mind, who will be taking home the gold? Jason, I will start with you. Who do you think?
Like I said, right now, 3 out of the top 3 players in the NHL right now all play for the same team on the best all-around team in the Olympics. How does it go? Oh, Canada, my home and native land, one nation under God, indivisible, God save our queen, Canada.
Oh. That was a mix of the U.S.A. anthem and Canada.
Yeah.
I think that's what you were trying to do.
Well, they're neighbors. Maybe some things get jumbled.
Canada has a prime minister, not a queen.
Yeah, that's England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 3 countries in the mix.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, certainly.
We get the
Big
point.
day.
There's 3 countries? I thought we talked about a few.
Yeah, like 12.
Yeah, no, there's a lot in the Olympics.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about you, bud.
Oh.
David, who is your country that takes home the gold?
I got to give it to USA. USA. Come on now.
USA.
25 NHL players as well. You know, Brady Matthew Tkachuk, Austin Matthews, Quinn Jack Hughes, and as Coop said, Brock Nelson. You know, Jack Hughes had that nasty assist to Brock Nelson against Latvia. You know, this team hasn't won a real gold medal in the Winter Olympics since 1980, and they're hungry for revenge on Canada and the Four Nations Faceoff. Because come on, we really want to win that one. It's going to come down to obviously USA Canada, I believe, for the final two, and I think this will overall be a great tournament.
Yeah, Jack Hughes scored last night, so.
He had an assist, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think he had a goal, but.
Yeah.
I'm
Andrew.
going to agree with David again. I'm going to go with the USA. I think they have a vengeance coming off from last year. Again, pretty much the same roster and the few changes they made. Tage Thompson had a goal yesterday. Quinn Hughes, I think that's going to be huge for them this year. I think they'll get it done.
Baylee?
You know, I hate to disagree with two absolute sweetie pies, David and Andrew.
Oh, I think.
You're welcome. But it's going to be Canada. I mean,
Save our queen.
Right. I know I just talked about how the U.S. could come back pretty easily, but when you look at this historically, Canada is just in favor. Since the 2006 Olympics, since 2006, they've won 2 Olympics, the 2016 World Cup of Hockey, and the Four Nations. You've got McDavid, McKinnon, and Crosby on the same team. How could you not win with that lineup? I mean, these are like living legends. I think it's as simple as getting them on the ice and letting them take the reins.
This was a fun block breaking down the NHL Winter Olympics. Don't forget to follow us at SportsDeskWP for updates and more. Don't forget to, I said that already. Thank you to all the cast and crew, and a big shout out to our wonderful studio manager, Al Clark, from Studio B in Hamilton Hall, and from everyone here at the desk. I'm Tyler Cooper saying so long. See you in 2 Fridays from now, right here on WPTV.